Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what to pack in your hand luggage. Now by hand luggage I mean if you're going on a trip where you're going to be travelling or backpacking in particular. I went backpacking twice and absolutely loved it, but I wish that I'd seen a video similar to this before I went, just to help me out with some advice, because it's quite a confusing time. You sort of want to pack everything but you can't, so I hope that this video could just guide you a little bit. I'm going to throw in some hints and tips towards the end of the video, but first I'm just going to show you the bag that I used for my hand luggage, and you might be quite surprised by this, but here we go. So this is the bag that I took as carry-on on the plane. So this is all that I had for hand luggage. This is in fact a DSLR camera bag. It's basically to protect the camera, but I didn't want to be taking more than one bag on, well, because you can't take more than one bag with you on the flight. So I attempted to cram everything into this, and it is quite perceptive. It looks smaller than what it actually is. It's a little bit of a Mary Poppins bag. You can fit loads in this. This was £13 from eBay, so super cheap. Comes with this long strap, ideal for just flinging over your shoulder and carrying it behind you, and it fits everything in. It has a flap on the front like this. It's just got some yellow interior, which is very dirty from backpacking, because you are going to be dirty when you're backpacking, can I just say. Came with this front pouch here, and then this main zip up pouch here, which has the main contents of my bag in. So I'll just quickly run through what I have included, what I would usually take on my hand luggage with me when I'm backpacking. So first, in this front pouch here, which is just a zip, I would usually keep my important documents in. For example, my passport would live in this passport holder here, and I would take a small purse. You do not need loyalty cards, you do not need points cards, you don't need anything like that. So take everything out of your normal purse, find a small one. This is just from River Island, plonk it all in there. It's absolutely, it's fine. You can just keep a bit of spare change in there for the airport, some cards if you wish, a debit card, travel card, that sort of thing. Easy. Okay, and then in this big large pouch here, the main compartment, I took one small beauty bag. So this is from Clinique, and it's quite small, and this contained basically all of the beauty products that I wanted to take on flight with me. So this included a lip balm. This one is just from Clinique. It's a moisturising lip balm. It's got very little colour in it, so I just think perfect for the plane. Keeps your lips very moisturised because they can go dry on a plane, so I found that it's really handy, just freshens you up really quickly as well, I think. Next, just some standard face wipes. These are just the ones that I use every day. It's like £3 for 3 packs of these, so super cheap, but they're moisturising. These are in the refreshing cucumber type for normal skin. So, and it's amazing how much fresher you feel when you wipe one of those on you. Bit of concealer to avoid looking completely dead. This is just the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. This is my daily concealer now at the moment. I absolutely love it. It's just easy to just touch up under your eyes, any blemishes you may have on the plane. You'll come out looking not so rough, because these long haul flights can be very draining mentally and physically. The other thing that I would suggest taking is just a little bottle of soap or face wash. This is the 7-day scrub cream rinse off formula. It's very gently exfoliating, but it's just so refreshing. So I would take this on the plane, quickly go into the toilets, you know, after sleep or something, rinse your face, use this, and you'll feel miles better. And then I've just got a little bit of mascara in here as well, just the most basic beauty things. Also in here, because I do wear contact lenses, I've just got my little contact lens pot, and I would put some solution in it before leaving the house to fly. This will avoid taking the full-size bottle of solution on the plane with you. A, you won't be allowed because it's too much liquid anyway, and B, it's a waste if you can just fill that little bit up, so that's what I did. And then also in here, I've got a little bit of extra chewing gum, just because you want to feel fresh, I think. I mean, on these long haul flights, they do give you, like we flew with Emirates, and they do give you a little toothbrush and toothpaste and wash bag and that sort of thing, which is really nice, but it is still basic. So these are just a few little extra things that I would like to use on a long haul flight. Okay, next in my travel bag, Phone charger, you can charge your phone on most planes. It's amazing how fast batteries can run out. If you are delayed on your flight as well, I think it's important to always have a charger on you because you never know. Then, of course, iPod with headphones. This is just my iPod Nano. I've had this for a few years now. And these headphones, just the standard Apple ones, are my favourite because they are comfortable to sleep in, which I love. And they block out most of the sound anyway, this new sort of ear-shaped type that they've got. So, don't want to be carrying any bulky headphones around with me. Now, planes can get quite cold, and when you are on a flight for about 20 hours, it can get cold, so I would advise taking something like these with you. They are just my standard bedtime socks. You could take some slippers with you. I mean, you can take a bag bigger than this. This is small, but I would say if you're backpacking, you have to keep in mind that you want to keep your hand luggage bag in your backpack as well, because you don't want to be carrying multiple bags around with you. So this just sit in my backpack on the top very nicely. So I didn't want a bigger one, but if you do, that's okay. So I just took these with me, uber comfy. And then finally, it's just my camera. The whole point of this bag is to hold this camera. Yeah, that, you know, this camera's been everywhere with me, and it's taken some amazing photographs. So yes, that's one of the most important things for me to take, I think, when I'm traveling. Okay, so that is everything in my bag that I would personally take on a long haul flight. Now I'm just going to quickly run through some tips and tricks and some mistakes that I made previously, just to help you out a little bit more. So I would recommend keeping all of your important documents in a waterproof, sealable folder. Simply because I didn't. I made the mistake of not doing this, and when I got to my destination, all my documents were scrunched up and they were in an unorganised mess, and I couldn't really find anything. And my friend who I was travelling with had everything in these, and I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Also, another tip, try and secure your hand luggage with a padlock, because if you're staying in hostels and that sort of thing in particular, people may try to steal things from your bag. When you're out and about as well, you can't be too careful, but the funny thing was with my bag, I bought a padlock to put onto my bag, and I myself stupidly left the key to my padlock in one of the hostel rooms, I think, so I had to break into my own bag to get to my passport because we were crossing borders and stuff during that day. Not the end of the world, but now the zip is completely broken, so if I were to go travelling again, I can't keep passport and things in there anymore, obviously. Okay, finally some mistakes that I made then. I basically didn't pack anything that would help a medical emergency. I started my lady time, should we just say, at Manchester Airport, and I was ready to board a 20-hour flight. And that was not fun because the machine where you buy them from was rejecting my money as well, so I actually, well, a woman overheard me and my struggles trying to get one of these things, and she gave me one, so that was an absolute lifesaver. But definitely recommend that you take some lady things with you on the flight, just in case. Also things like plasters and paracetamol. If you get a banging headache on the plane, you want to be able to take something easily. The flight attendants can't give you anything because they can't, it's not legal or something. They can't give you some medicine. And blister plasters, because I was wearing my heaviest shoes because I didn't want to put them in the backpack because they were really heavy, and they did give me blisters on the plane, so not ideal, because I think on a long haul flight you want to be as comfortable as possible, and those things barely take up any room either. Another mistake that I made, but this is more for the actual backpack I think, but you can take this on the flight as well. I didn't pack a pillow or a blanket the first time. So I went to Australia the first time when I went travelling, and me and my friend assumed that it would be scorching hot constantly, especially because it was during summer in England that we went. Well, when we got there, it was scorching hot because we were staying in Cairns, which is right at the top of Australia. And as we travelled down the east coast, and as we travelled down the east coast, it was getting colder and colder and colder, and we were thinking, oh my gosh, when we get to Melbourne, right at the bottom, it's going to be freezing. And it was like -2 degrees. We had to buy jumpers, coats, everything, because all we'd taken with us was strappy tops, skirts, vests, that sort of thing. Absolute nightmare and a waste of money. So if I were you, definitely check the climate of somewhere that you're going, to be sure. You're probably not as stupid as me, but be sure to anyway. And also take a pillow or a blanket with you on the flight, because it's just those little things that give you that extra comfort. And on a long haul flight, you're not going to be that comfortable, really. If you're in economy class, it's not great. It's cold sometimes. Yeah, you just want luxuries. And also, yeah, as you are staying in destination, it can also get cold, even in hot places actually, because if they blast the aircon in the middle of the night, you're going to be cold. So I would recommend just taking something like that you can wrap up in really easily, but something that's not too heavy. You want to be able to carry it around with you. So the next video that I'm going to do is going to be what is in my backpack. So I hope that I can help you out if you're going traveling. I know it's quite late now, we're in mid-July, and I'm just touching up on this, but I will do that next, and I've got loads that I want to talk about with that. So yes, I think I'll leave it at that. If you've got any questions or anything about travelling, just let me know down below and I'll do my best to answer them. And also I have got a Ask Me Anything going on at the moment on my blog. I'll leave the link to that down below. So you can basically go onto my blog and ask me any question that you like, and I'll be back on Sunday the 26th next week to answer the questions on camera to you. So if you have any questions about my hobbies, personal life, anything like that, blogging, just feel free to ask, and I will answer them. So yes, head over there and check it out. Check out my blog if you haven't anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon in another video. Bye. No, it's amazing how fast